Great students, welcome to your complete guide on number bases. You see this topic? It's one of the absolute sweetest and highest scoring topics you will find in your WAEC, JAMB, and NECO mathematics exams. Today, we're going to make sure you fear this topic no more. I'm serious. If you are looking for those marks that are practically guaranteed to show up in your exam paper, then you have come to the right place. Number bases are your ticket to boosting that final score. Okay, so let's get right into it. It wouldn't be number base or radix. Just think of it like the alphabet for numbers. You know our normal system that we use every day, that's base 10, and it uses 10 digits, 0 all the way to 9. But something like binary or base 2, it only uses 2 digits, just 0 and 1. So the base simply tells you how many digits you have to play with in that system. Simple. So why should you care so much about this topic? Well, because as we're about to see in section 1, this isn't just some random theory. It is a gold mine of guaranteed marks on your exam day. Now, this is the crucial part. Every single year, without fail, you are going to see 1, 2, or even 3 questions on number bases. JAMB, they love conversions and multiplication. WAEC and NECO, they might throw in some find the base problems. So, if you can master this, you are basically walking into the exam hall with marks already in your pocket. So how do we start tackling these questions? Well, it all starts with one core skill. Let's get into section 2, the universal translator. This is all about converting any number from any strange base into the base 10 system that we use every single day. My people, pay close attention here because this right here is the master key. This expansion formula you see on the screen is your universal tool for converting any number base into base 10. You see how it works? You take each digit, you multiply it by its base, and you raise it to a power, starting from power 0 on the right-hand side. This single method is the foundation that will solve countless exam questions for you, whether you're working with base 2, base 8, or even base 16. Okay, let's put that formula to work with the example on the screen. 10111 in base 2. We start from the right-hand side. The first one is multiplied by 2 to the power of 0. The next one is times 2 to the power of 1. Then we have another one times 2 to the power of 2, is 0 times 2 to the power of 3, and that final one is times 2 to the power of 4. Now, as you follow the steps, you can see how we get the value for each digit. Once we add them all up, 16 plus 0 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, we get our final answer, 23 in base 10. See? It's a simple, repeatable process that you can definitely master. Alright, so we figured out how to go from other bases to base 10. Now, let's learn how to do the reverse. Section 3 is all about converting from our familiar base 10 to any other base they can throw at us. And the good news, the method is incredibly straightforward. All you need to remember are 2 simple words: repeated division. That is the entire secret. And here is that repeated division method in action. We're trying to convert 59 from base 10 to binary. So, look at the steps. 59 divided by 2 is 29 with a remainder of 1. Then we take that 29, we divide by 2 again, that gives us 14 with a remainder of 1. We just keep repeating this process, dividing and dividing, until we get to a quotient of 0. Now, the final and most critical step is to read all those remainders from the bottom all the way to the top, bottom up. Tattoo it on your brain if you have to. Don't lose easy marks here. Now that we know how to convert both to and from base 10, let's see how we can combine these skills to solve a real exam question. Welcome to section 4. where we're going to tackle a classic question type that JAMB absolutely loves to set. Take a good look. This is a direct question from JAMB 2022. Binary multiplication. Now, it might look a little bit intimidating at first, but I promise you, with the right technique, this thing is incredibly fast to solve. Now, listen, the fastest way to solve this, and this is a huge tip for JAMB, is to do the multiplication directly in binary. Please don't waste your time converting to base 10, multiplying, and then converting back. That's 2 extra steps you don't need. As the solution shows, you just set it up like your regular long multiplication. The only special rule to remember is when you're adding, 1 plus 1 in binary is 0, and you carry the 1 over. This direct method is a massive time saver in the exam hall. You're doing great. Now, let's lock in all this knowledge with some quick rapid-fire tips to guarantee you get that A1. Welcome to Section 5, your A1 exam tips. First up, a pro tip for all my JAMBites. If you see a binary multiplication question, do not waste time converting. Do the multiplication directly in binary. Trust me, it is designed to be solved that way, and it will save you precious minutes. My people, please, I'm begging you, listen to this one. This is the most common mistake students make. When you use that repeated division method to convert from base 10, you must, I repeat, you must read the remainders from the bottom to the top, bottom up. Tattoo it on your brain if you have to. Don't lose easy marks here. Now, for my WAEC candidates, be on the lookout for those questions that ask you to find the base. You see it labeled as X or B. The strategy here is simple. Use that expansion formula we learned at the beginning to set up a polynomial equation, and then you just solve for the unknown base. And a final golden rule: if you finish your exam and you still have time to spare, go back to your number-based questions. The absolute best way to check your work is to take your final answer, whatever it is, and convert it back to base 10. It is the ultimate safety check to make sure you didn't make a small, careless error. And there you have it. You now have the complete toolkit to crush any number-based question they throw at you. You have truly mastered this topic. You have to do them. So the only question left is, are you ready for our next explainer on indices and logarithms? Let me know. That's it for today. Great job following along. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more easy-to-understand lessons. And hey, want to practice more questions and get step-by-step solutions? Visit www.examkp.com right now and keep learning.